Coach, why don't we just open up with a brief opening comment about the game, and then we'll ask a few questions.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here with all the adversity that we faced this year. We thought it might be tough getting here, and it was. Going through the new MAC tournament and getting to the NCAA tournament this time, when you get here, it's anybody's ball game. But first of all, hats off to Brockport State, well-coached team, very athletic. They played really hard and gave us a handful tonight. But at the same time, I'm proud of our guys too for grinding it out, not just for the night, but like the last 7 or 8 games of the season. So hats off to them.
A couple minutes of opening jitters, a bunch of turnovers on both sides, and then you guys kind of seemed to settle down a little quicker and were able to kind of spurt away. What made the difference for you guys to really kind of to get your feet set and get on a run where you were able to stretch a little bit of a lead as the first half went on?
I thought our defense, that's been our calling card the entire year, and we knew that from start to finish that we were going to have some mishaps on the offensive side of the basketball. They say defense travels, and it does. And I thought we did a pretty good job of taking them away for what they wanted to do initially. And they began to play, number 22 began to play some really good individual basketball, and we couldn't stop him. But I thought getting some stops there and then coming back on the offensive end and making some timely shots gave us an opportunity to pull away and come up with a victory.
And you talk about your team, 4 guys in double figures, very balanced effort, and you mentioned defense, but it was also on the offensive end. Just has that been your calling card all year? It's not 1 or 2 guys that you have to defend all 5.
Well, that's equal opportunity offense for us, and we've done that. Last year we played the same way, and this year we did as well. And one of our better players went down late in the season, and so therefore we couldn't replace him. So we said collectively we can step up and try to do some things, and we've been grinding things out. And on the offensive end, we got some guys who can shoot the ball pretty well, and we feel good about it. When we take care of the ball really well and move it around, we think we can get some good shots, and we trust that everybody on our team can knock down a wide open shot or get to the basket and do what they do best.
Of course, one of those guys, AJ Jurko, here with us. AJ, just talk about what you were seeing out there. Balanced offensive effort, a lot of guys contributing, and 16 assists, so you were really sharing the ball well tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we try and make plays for each other. If one guy's really hot, we try and get him the ball, which we saw that today. A couple guys for a couple minutes each time they were hot. Yeah, I mean, we started off lots of turnovers, both teams. We just had to remember this is just another game. Coach reminded us that at halftime as well. Came out second half, a little more steady, but still some turnovers. They're a great defensive team. They look to get stops and run with it, so they were doing really well with that.
You talk about the defensive side of things and how you guys can travel with that, but Brockport did bring challenges and a little bit of speed, a little bit of slashing. What did you guys do fundamentally to keep them basically in front of you, and really only one guy hurt you?
Well, it was hard to keep that guy in front of us. If you notice, let me tell you, if you haven't looked at it, he scored 38. So we didn't do a good enough job at that, and we realized that we might have been a little disadvantage in terms of the athletic side of it. So moving the basketball around and the ball moves faster than any individual. And when you can find somebody open, and we've been shooting the ball pretty well all year long, we feel like we can get some shots knocked down and kind of get them off balance. Which, when we knocked down some shots, then they gave us some lanes to the basket, which opened up a lot of things. Now, what do you stop now, the inside game or the outside game? Non-traditional inside game, because we were dribble driving a whole lot with that.
Real quick, when you talk offensively, Jamar out, now you and the rest of the guys are hitting. How is it in a game like today where everybody's hitting shots and everybody even from deep is hitting shots? Does that give you guys confidence that you can pass it up and somebody else is going to take the shot?
Yeah, I mean, we look good when it goes in, right? And the bench is going wild, we're going wild on the court, so it's much more fun when we're hitting shots. And even if we're not hitting shots, you got to trust that the next guy is going to knock it down if you get him the ball. So.
Last question, just talk about the experience of last year and how that helped prepare you for this year, playing in the tournament, but now taking at least one step further, and what that meant to your team and how it prepared you for tonight.
Yeah, so last year we had one senior on the court, and he was actually here in the stands today. But, I mean, a lot of sophomores last year that are juniors now. And so we had a lot of guys with the experience of being in this position. First round of the NCAA tournament, we came out with the win, but last year we didn't, so it's good to get the first win, but we're trying to go all the way.